I was out walking, and something I really like about walking is in the sunlight. Is It makes me feel great to be alive. Um, you just get out there in your t-shirt, shorts. If you have compression hose, put them on. Don't nobody need nobody really needs to carry. I mean, go to some place where there isn't a whole lot of people out and around. Um, Somewhere out in the boonies and just walk, or go out to a place where there's a trail and walk in the sunlight, walk in the shade, listen to some music off of Spotify. I had Sigrid, Sigrid, and there was a bunch of other female musicians in there. They all have some really interesting beats to their songs, and I think it's going to inspire a playlist on my site. I just added 3,000 Funny or Dies, pretty much everything they've got, to Rock Me Amadeus. Took me about 2 or 3 hours to do it because my my arrangement screens, the screen that I have to arrange videos on, was taking forever to load up, and so I had to split the playlist into halves, and I'm gonna probably modify my software to hide all the pieces of what ends up being a station site, because the station pulls from the playlists. Or I'll just put the playlist. I'll just add a tag filter system or something so that you can filter all my playlists by tags. Then I'm going to have to associate tags with all the playlists, which probably wouldn't be so bad. And I can add search and tags. Yeah, I guess I could. The way to really add tags rather than use a search is to enumerate the tags, and then you search for the enumerations, or combination of so, like, every bit, say you had this infinitely long bit, um, maybe it's just a very large, maybe it's just an array, but it's an array of numbers, and each bit in that array of numbers is represents a different tag, and just have a limited number of tags. And then if you wanted a certain combination of tags, you would just search for all the things that met those bits. You can either say an or or an and. Or means any one of those bits, but at least one of those bits. Or and would be all those bits plus anything more. Or you could say anything that was not those bits. It'd be very easy to apply some booleans on that than to go around and doing your typical search. That's the creativity that you get whenever you go and you learn how to program through going to a university and talking to people, is that you find different ways of solving a problem, by turning it into something else. And so um, that what I said was just a kind of a little bit like dictionary compression, where to store all the definition of every word in a dictionary, you use an enumeration of the words in the dictionary. So you enumerate all the words in the dictionary, then you define the words in the dictionary using the words in the dictionary, using the numerations of the words in the dictionaries. That is, the indices to the words. That way you can actually compress the information, the dictionary, by like to a quarter its size, with the definitions. Otherwise, if you were to store the actual character data, it would be a lot more. It would require four times as much as it would if you were using enumerated words, and that's called dictionary compression. and there's something like that with Huffman encoding is like that, I think, and so you use a dictionary and you represent your patterns. You look through your data for patterns, and then you water the patterns down to um, a simple set of bits. And so, like for one bit, you would have one pattern. For a not the first bit, if you know is zero, then it would pass through to the next bit, and it would define a bit, or it would you know, or it would define an array of bits, or come up with some method of this is Ocean Spray Diet 5 calorie grapefruit juice. This stuff is fantastic. It's the only thing they sell that at Kroger. They will not At Kroger, they will not sell these things on sale most of the time because they know it's the only one of those that tastes like grapefruit, tastes like the juice that it represents. And that stuff is so close to grapefruit juice that, you know, it's, you know, people are going to pay the $4 for it. It was on sale the day I was getting in. I was thinking I should have gotten more. It was $3 a bottle. Anyhow, now everybody wants to know about computer stuff. I was sitting there walking down the street and I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool? Because considering whenever I go to the grocery store, I always buy everything in the store. And no matter, I just have terrible self-control whenever it comes to going into a grocery store. I'm always suckered into buying everything in the store. So I think you're thinking, wouldn't it be cool if there was something like like an ice cream truck, but it wasn't an ice cream truck. It might be like a Schwam's truck, but going through and basically the corner store as a truck. And you could go there and give him your laundry list of things you need. He would give them to you in a bag and charge you like $5 or $10 on top of that. You take them into your house knowing full well you didn't have to go down to the store. In our area, we have a convenience store, but it's way out on the edge of the complex or whatever. It's a good 3 or 4 miles away, and they charge a lot for their items. I mean, if we're going to go out that far, we'd rather have them serviced to us. Or we could go to Kroger, which would be like 5-6 miles and I mean, it's too much trouble. And once you're there, you're kind of like, I'm here, I'm going to buy the store because it's just going to happen, So I'll go through and I'll buy 2 chickens because you can get 2 Southern Fried Chickens for $5 a piece. If you buy 2, if you buy 1, it's $6.99. So it makes perfect sense to buy 2 chickens, and then I'll go buy and the bakery. I don't even touch the bakery because all that stuff is crap. And first time through, I get some Pink Lady apples. Then I get the chicken. Then I go down and I check to see if there's a special on the smoked salmon. I'll get some smoked salmon. I'll go past the steak department, see if there's any specials on steaks. Then I'll go down and I'll get some lactose-free milk. And the great thing about lactose-free milk that people need to understand is that it has a longer shelf life than regular milk. It's like 2 months or something like that. It's a crazy amount of time. So to get the lactose-free milk is kind of like, they really shouldn't call it lactose-free. They should say lactose-free and then add something onto it, longer shelf life, milk, because it is. Soy milk is that way too, but not very many people like to drink soy milk. I love soy milk myself. Um, I'd drink pretty much anything. The only reason why I get lactose free is because that's what my mom wants, and she uses to eat her cereal, and I might use it on cereal, but I don't usually eat much cereal these days. I'll eat oatmeal. What I do with my oatmeal is I'll take 2 packets, throw it into a bowl, and then put like a packet of water into the bowl. No 2 packets, just one, and cook it for 6 minutes, and it comes out with the consistency and texture of an oatmeal cookie. And it also would take my digestive system a lot longer to digest it, so therefore it would be low glycemic, much lower glycemic than normal oatmeal, I'd think. And the energy is going to last a lot longer. If you're longing for energy and you tend to eat a big breakfast and you want to eat less of a breakfast and you want more energy, I would say oatmeal. Straight up oatmeal. And just figure out some way that you can take it. And the way I do it is because I hate mushy oatmeal. I hate soupy oatmeal. All I want is something that's bit like a bar of something, and then I just eat it, chomp through it, and drink a glass of milk or drink a soda, and I can sit there and eat through the whole thing, and be done with it in less than a minute. That's how I take my oatmeal. And see, yeah, I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to get into Minecraft VR and play around until I get bored, and then I'll probably go to Alt Space and see what's going on over there, or might make some art, or I really want to get into my site and add a playlist, another Sigrid inspired Dua Lipa, whatever, St. Vincent playlist. And I spent most of my life listening to male artists, and I've kind of gotten bored of male artists, so I'm listening to female artists these days. It's not completely true. I mean, I listen to Kate Bush and Olivia Newton-John, and there was I had what are those girls that sing Cannonball? Yeah, those girls, and of course the Go-Go's and the Bengals, but it's not really. I mean, today the amount of female musicians there are, just straight up female musicians writing their own tunes and everything, is much more immense than it was in the past. In the past, it was like women only had a few bands to look to, the Go-Go's or the Bengals, or they had the Slits, or the whatever that was in the punk area of things, and you had, I don't know, you had Amy Grant maybe for Christian women, and